When it comes to being successful in real estate investing, it all starts with deal finding. It all starts with deal finding. And so today in this video, I want to share with you 3 steps to becoming a deal finder. Listen, before I became an end buyer and real estate investor, I started out as a deal finder, working to find deals for other end buyers, whether they were landlords, investors, portfolio managers, wholesalers, or homestead buyers who were just looking to buy a home at a discount. That's how my wife and I started, as deal finders. But because we mastered the skill set of becoming a deal finder, it just gave way to us easily to become a successful real estate investor. So I want to share with you my 3 steps to becoming a deal finder. All right? Take good notes. And if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments. Give me some feedback. Of course, we'll reach back out to you. And we have links inside of the description that you can reach out to us if you need some assistance on any level ASAP. All right? So step 1, the first thing you need to do to become a deal finder is build a buyer's list. Okay? Build a buyer's list. Now, I don't have enough room to unpack all the details of this, but let me just simplify it. The first thing you should be thinking about doing to build a buyer's list is not to find real estate investors who are actually buyers and ask to shadow them. That's the name of the game for a lot of novices. Oh, let me shadow you for 3 months for free. No investor has time for that. They're too busy, okay? What you want to do is join community groups on social media, go to local real estate investor meetups, and figure out what are the value adds that you have. Like what skill sets, what assets, whether it's your time, your energy, your effort, certain abilities you have, or some education or relationships or connections. Think about those things that you have as assets and offer them as value adds to investors, to wholesalers, or maybe to other deal finders, okay? Because your relationships, the community that you're in, your networks, they're all going to elevate you much quicker than you just out here trying to find an investor to shadow for 3 months for free. It don't work like that, okay? But now let's just assume you do have conversations with investors or wholesalers or people who can actually buy the property, and you just want to be the deal finder so that you can get a finder's fee, or you may be able to upgrade it and get an assignment fee if you wholesale it, or if you're in a financial position, you can decide to keep it. But again, it all starts with being a successful or efficient and effective deal finder, okay? So let's just assume you're talking to a real estate investor. What are you going to ask them in order for you to put them on your buyer's list? The first and most important question you want to ask them is, what is your buy box? Like, what is your investment criteria? 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 5-bedroom, 4-bath. There's certain areas they want to buy in, certain age of houses. Are they creative real estate investors? Are they only looking for subject to deals or owner finance deals? Are they targeting pre-foreclosures? Are they targeting REOs that are listed with agents? Are they looking for expired listings, tired landlords, vacant properties, absentee owners? Find out what their buy box is. Once you get a complete idea of what their buy box is, then you can add them to your buyer's list and make sure that you know some details on how quick can they close and what exactly do they want in terms of documentation or commitment from a potential seller in order for it to be something that they will entertain. Okay, so you want to build a buyer's list. You also want to build what we might call in sales a PSP, or a perfect seller's profile. So if an investor tells me this is my buy box, I have to start building a seller's profile. Like, what type of seller is that? What are their thoughts? What are their problems? What type of solutions do we need to provide for them? And how can I match that up with the type of buyers that I have? I'm telling you, this is how you're going to become an efficient and effective deal finder, when you are able to have some type of profile of that seller and you match it to the buy box, or to some extent the profile of that buyer. And you're probably going to find yourself developing or creating juicier deals because there are things that you see and you're thinking about that other quote unquote deal finders or bird dogs are not thinking about. Okay, so that's step one. Step two, you want to become efficient and effective in underwriting and analyzing deals. Now, these terms can be used interchangeably, but I want to differentiate them because when I say underwriting, I'm talking about I want to know what the cost of acquisition is. What are all the costs associated to acquiring this property? I want to know the numbers. If it's a creative deal, I want to know certain data points like loan balance, PITI, interest rate, loan term, the length of the loan. There are a lot of data points. If there are arrears, if it's a pre-foreclosure, if it's an owner finance deal where the seller is going to carry, what is the interest rate that they're considering? There are a lot of things that I want to know when I'm underwriting. But then when I'm analyzing, I may just be looking at the overall performance of the property, the area that it's in. Is it a good area? What are the trends in that area? Is there job growth? Are people migrating there? So I want to be able to become efficient and effective in underwriting and analyzing deals. And you got to become so efficient and effective that you're able to underwrite, we're just going to use that simple word, underwrite a deal in less than a minute. I mean, think about it. If you underwrite 60 deals and you can underwrite a deal, at least do a preliminary underwriting process in less than 60 seconds, that means it'll take you about an hour to underwrite about 60 deals or more. And so you want to become very efficient, very effective. Of course, you're going to do some post-contact underwriting, but at least to get your seller's list started so that you can start getting to step three, you want to be effective and efficient in doing that, okay? In step three, you want to begin your lead generating or your marketing campaign. That means you want to have a professional script. You want to know how to deal with objections. You're probably going to need some type of seller's information form so that when you do make contact, there are certain questions that you're asking because you may have one buyer who want to do creative financing, right? Subject to owner financing. Well, there are certain questions you're going to ask that you won't ask the seller if it was a conventional or traditional real estate deal. Like, for example, on a traditional real estate deal, I may want to know the purchase price. On a creative subject to type real estate deal, I don't want to know purchase price. I want to know the loan balance. You understand? So there are a lot of nuances in this. And again, we have resources inside of our Millionaire Mentorship Program. We have courses, we have weekly coaching calls, we have regular meetups here at our headquarters, we have underwriting sessions, we do role play with scripts, we pull lists, we make calls, we work with our community to help them become successful real estate investors. So if there are any questions you have, don't hesitate to click one of the links in the description. If you have a question, leave it in the comments, we'll get back with you. But this is just a simple way of me showing you how to become a deal finder in 3 steps. Number 1, build a buyer's list, build a perfect seller's profile. Number 2, become efficient and effective in underwriting and analyzing deals. Number 3, begin your lead generating or your marketing campaign. Get out there, make calls, knock on doors, send emails, text messages until you get some responses so that you can put some deals together, make some money, help a lot of people, and build a legacy for you and your family in the process. I'll see you on the other side.